Kansas City Star.
Vlaco, I think first game this season in the stadium was a 5-4 thriller. If we had told you then that you'd win a 1-0 home playoff game, then would you have believed it? And just can you speak to the defensive performance of your team tonight?
Yeah, I would have believed it 100% because if there's something I wasn't happy with, 9 goals in the game. I mean, I know it was exciting. I know fans love it, and it's what brings people to the stadium. But I also knew that going in the playoffs, 1-0 games are important. And you probably heard me over the course of the season saying that we have to learn how to win game 1-0. It's important because when we come in situations like this where the season is on the line, the teams get a little more conservative. It's harder to score goals, and we're not going to be able to score 5. I think in the second half of the season, we worked a lot on that from the tactical standpoint, but also from the mental standpoint. And I'm so proud of the players that they executed in the hardest battle yet. So very happy and excited for the next one.
And then Haley Mace has a pretty exceptional game defensively on that right-hand side, but I think every player kind of had a moment today where they did something kind of above and beyond. Just how happy are you to see that overall effort and the intensity to defend the game in that manner from that back line?
Yeah, obviously, I agree. Haley had an exceptional game, but it is hard to pick someone out as a player of this match. I think that this was a collecting effort. We talked a lot about that leading up to the game. That we are going to win this game together. No one is gonna go in and win individually or a small group. It will take all of us, and it will have to be together.
Coach, congratulations on the win. This is the 4th time you've played this team this season. As a coaching staff, how difficult does the preparation for playing the team the 4th time become, knowing that there is a situation where I know what you know, what I know, what you know, what I know, what you know?
I think you're right. There were so many moments where we looked at over the course of those games how it flipped because they know this, so we're gonna do this, but then we did that, and in the next game they did this. So it was literally a domino effect to come to this point. One thing I'm gonna say, even though it sounds crazy, maybe the loss in North Carolina was very good for us. It did help us to position ourselves in a way that we believed is going to give us the best way to be successful after that loss. Well, if we won that game, it would have been so much harder to prepare the team tactically.
We're going to go with Jimmy, then Justin, then Jemmy.
Hey, Coach. Temwa obviously got the goal, and she had been out injured. You said she was looking pretty good in training, but they were clearly very physical with her all game. So did you expect them to be that physical toward her, and just your overall thoughts on how she handled it throughout the game?
Yeah, I mean, first, in terms of being physical with Temwa, it's something that it wasn't just this game. If you look at the season, every game, it's they're overly physical against her. And it's not fair. It's not fair for Temwa. They're targeting her. They're going directly at her. And I just hope that as we go forward, she gets more protection from the referees. But once again, one thing that we talked about was when the music stops and their families are somewhere lost in the stands and they can't hear the coach. They only have each other. And we saw that in several occasions that the team stuck together and that we're there for Temwa to help her keep going as much as the times it was very hard for her because of the previous knock that she was carrying. But I'm so proud of her and the team, the way they handled all those situations and helped her get through.
All right, Justin?
Coach, after those first 15 minutes where you take the lead and then you're playing the current style of soccer that everyone's probably more aware of this season, but things had to tighten up through the second half where the Courage were able to kind of dictate their style of play on the momentum of the match. How impressed were you with your players that they maybe didn't take the bait Courage kind of bait them into on a lot of those plays?
As I said earlier, this was a tough game, and it was a tough battle, physical, but also tactical and mental. So tactically, we knew what we need to do, but the mental part is to stay disciplined, not in minute 1, 2, 3, and 5. Okay, stay disciplined in minute 85 and 86 and 87, and execute when you're called upon. And that's what I'm the most proud of, because they knew exactly what they need to do in every segment of the game, and how the game was changing in terms of what the opponent was trying to do, how disciplined they had to stay in order to execute the plan. So I'm proud of them, like I said, and it's not easy. It's not easy because sometimes it seems, as you said, very tempting, and it's out there. But that's when you usually get punished. Or so the difference between current game 1 to game 10 and current between game 15 to 26 was that tactical and tactical discipline and mental fitness, mental discipline as well.
Okay, we're going to go to Jimmy.
Hi, Coach, congratulations! You win the game, and the Taiwan Soccer News. So share the information to Mandarin market. So I want to ask you that your offender line, Chawinga and Deben Ha, they are very strong. How's their physical status? Do you still use the very strong offender for your next game?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. They're both very, very good players. They're strong in every sense of the word, physically, tactically, technically, mentally, and I just hope that in the next game they show up and be the best version of themselves. Honestly, we haven't looked at the next opponent. It's not that we don't know that we're playing the best team in the league. We know that, but we haven't really gone into details of what everyone's task is going to be, or what they're going to need to execute.
All right, we're going to go Bahe, Madeline, and then Harold.
Hey, Vlaco. With all the excitement about so many things, the stadium and all that, I wonder if sometimes it's overlooked how far this club came this year from last year. I just wonder if you could reflect on when you took the job, and from the feeling from that time to now, I guess, is the question. What's happened?
When I took the job, I'll tell you the first sentence of the first meeting, okay? And I walked in, obviously thanked them for the opportunity. This was a year ago, and I said, we both had very crappy year. Okay, it can only go up from here, and this is the moment where we all need to commit to be the best that we can be for ourselves first and foremost, because of how the year went, but then we also owe it to the owners and organization that trust us, and then we have to do it for our fans and the community that is with this team and with this organization. In good times, in bad times, in tough times. So that's how it all started. Now to see where we're at, I'm very, very happy first, and very, very proud, because it is not an easy road, and we had bumps on the road, and there were moments where different things were trying to push us off the road, or get us a little bit away from our focus, from the process. But we kept staying with it. We kept staying with it, and the final product, or winning this game, is byproduct of the process and everything that we went through.
And just one other thing, you mentioned the other day that at that time you even, I think you said this, you even questioned yourself, you were wondering about yourself. How was that part of this? I know you don't want to talk about yourself, but here I am asking.
No, I mean, I can say that spending time with this group of players is probably one of the best times that I've had in my career. And I said in one of the previous press conference or interviews is they're fun to be around. They're enjoying the time. They're enjoying the time together. They enjoyed competing. They enjoy battling against each other. They do it with a smile on their face. And it makes it easier for me and the staff, and it makes it more enjoyable. I mean, that's what it's all about, is go on the field, be the best version of yourself, fight until the last second, leave it all on the field, and then when you leave the field, okay, get a smile on your face. That's all we can do.
Madeline?
Hi, Coach. Overlap with previous questions, but with Temwa coming in questionable and on the potentially injured list, how did you think, can you talk about the decision to play her for the full 90 and how you're thinking about managing her minutes moving forward?
Yes, so the Temwa was literally, after every training, she was scanned and measured to see whether the swelling was going up or staying same or down, and based on that, we were gonna prescribe the minutes. She was right in the range where we could afford to go as much as she could go, which myself, knowing Temwa, I was like, we're good, because she'll never get off. She'll never get off, and that's why. That's how the decision was made, and we kept checking on her. We checked every time we had an opportunity. The medical team was checking on her. They were checking the part of the leg that was hurting, and it was not getting worse, which was very positive for us, and that's why she ended up playing the whole game. So I just hope that she's good now after the 90-minute battle.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, we're going to go to Harold, and then we'll come back up front to Daniel.
Vlaco, 7 of the last 10 games, you guys have had a clean sheet. The other ones were 2 of which you gave up goals at the end when you already were comfortably in front. You talked about the tactical difference defensively and with Schultz there in goal. How much of an impact is her, and then being able to communicate with that back line, being able to help you guys out defensively as you get into the postseason?
Yeah, I mean, Almut is one of the best goalkeepers that I've ever been around. I mean, she's a world-class goalkeeper, and her experience playing in big games, in World Cups, Olympics, winning big games, is something that makes a difference. It gives calmness to the back line, calmness to the team, whether it is in moments like this when balls are flying in the box from anywhere in the last minute, or corner kicks, set pieces. Nothing phases her. It's for her, it's just business as usual. I just catch the ball and we move on, and and that's how she is in trainings. That's how she's in games. That's how she operates. It's very nice to obviously to have her, and she's made a tremendous difference on the team.
All right, Daniel.
Defending Caroline and Ashley Hatch is quite a task for any player, but you had 2 rookies kind of tasked with that, with Claire and Ellie Wheeler. Just what do you think of their performance today in a first big playoff match type of experience?
Yes, that was. I assume you say Ashley Sanchez, right?
Yes, sorry.
Yes, no problem.
I said it wrong, but I meant Ashley Sanchez. Thank you.
Yeah. So the thing with the decision to go with that group was not easy, but Ellie was prepared in the games leading up to the playoff, just because we felt like there was a chance that we're gonna see someone like Caroline on that side towards the end of the season, especially, and we're very confident that she's gonna be able to take care of that defensively. But part of the reason why is because she has this ability to impose herself on the forwards by by playing attacking soccer and make them work defensively and make them spend energy on defending and running back and following her, and that was I think one thing that helped her on the other side of the ball.
And Claire, there in the middle too.
Claire, I mean, yes, Claire. She has grown so much in this season, and this is not the first time that she was tested with difficulties or difficult players, good players to mark or go against. We didn't have any doubt with it. We knew that she's going to be able to take care of it on defensively, but also help offensively. And in fact, she had a role that usually she had a role that kept her a little bit wider than usually. That it's not easy for a player of her caliber because it wasn't staying wide all the time. There were only certain moments that she had to recognize when she needed to do that. And I think that it was almost at times too easy for her recognizing that. Even for us, sometimes when she stepped up, we kept looking around. Was this the right moment? And she in her mind, she already had the mental picture of this is it. This is it.
All right, we're gonna go to Kathleen.
Hey, Coach. Just how impressed were you with the atmosphere here today, with the fans and a little bit of rain and kind of gloomy start to the day, but
amazing. I mean, it is such a great atmosphere, and I know it's hard for you maybe to feel it on the field, but it's electric. Well, especially at the very beginning when we start the game, the stadium is so loud, the fans are so into it. Sometimes you feel like they're coming down. It's so cool. I mean, I love it, and obviously the players love it. They feed off of it, and I just hope it continues in the games to come.
All right, Chad, and then this is the last question.
So, Coach, Orlando's going to be next. They have a win and a draw against you. How do you advance to the finals and come back here one more time?
Yeah, I mean, the only way we advance to the finals is if we eliminate Orlando. But Orlando showed in this season that they're the best team in this year. No question. Okay, we are all we can do. Congratulate them for a great season. But for us, we know that it's going to be a hard task. We're going to enjoy it today. And tomorrow we're going to start preparing for Orlando. I would probably be able to tell you more in the next few days.
All right, that's it for Coach today. We're going to be back with Vanessa DiBernardo and Alma Schultz. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
So, first question, Daniel Sperry.
Vanessa, this one's for you. Obviously, you've been here the whole season. If you go back to some of those earlier points in the year where the games are 5-4, 5-3, kind of chaotic score lines, if I told you then that you guys win a playoff game 1-0, would you have believed that?
Yeah, I mean, generally playoff games are usually pretty tight games, and it comes down to little details. And I think today we focused on those details and really tried to execute our game plan, and I'm proud of how we did.
Over the course, especially the second half of the season, it really seems like defensively this team's grown. What have you seen in the growth that this team has taken, not only defensively but in kind of the fine details too, of even eliminating chances from happening?
Yeah, I think we've definitely grown from the beginning of the year through now with just defensively. I think we've just become more compact, and just our mentality kind of even from the beginning of the year to the end of the year is what has got us to this point. I think we just want to be relentless and win the balls and do what we can to kind of turn defensive pressure into an attacking opportunity.
Jimmy?
Vanessa, Vlatko mentioned that all season long, not just in this game, but all season long, he felt like teams are being overly physical with Temwa, but that he commended the team as a whole for standing up for her and sort of rallying around that. Just what was your perspective of that as the game unfolded?
Yeah, I think she has a lot of attention on her physically, and just I think when we see that happen over and over again and her not get the calls that she should be getting, it gets frustrating, and we want to protect her and stand up for her. And she does so much for us offensively and defensively, and we really want to stick together and show up for our teammates, especially in moments like that.
And then in the first half, there was that play where you kind of trapped the ball on the ground, and then a North Carolina player kicked it, and it went in, but they called it back. Just from your perspective, what all happened there, and what was it like for you as that transpired?
So it was a clear foul. So whenever a goalkeeper has a hand on the ball and the ball is not moving, it's a goalkeeper's ball and you're not allowed to kick it. So I was pretty sure it's a foul. And it was a header of Caroline. I was happy she was not placing it that well on the goal, so I had a chance to get a hand on it. And the ball was going around anywhere. So I'm just happy that I got it in the, I don't know, third chance. Finally, no goal. That's the most important.
Tom?
Congratulations to both of you on the win. I know that this is the fourth time that you all have played North Carolina this season. I believe this is the third time that you faced them. How difficult is it to prepare for a team, know that you're playing them for a fourth time in the season when they know what you know, what they know, what you know, what they know?
Yeah, I think teams evolve throughout the year, and I think the games that we played against them were pretty spread out. So it almost seemed like different games, and they're great offensively. They're great on the ball. They kind of lull you to sleep sometimes with their possession, but I think we stuck together and we defended well, and we prepared to defend multiple different ways. So I think our coaching staff really prepared us well for this game.
All right, we're going to go to Justin and then to Vahe.
Yeah, this is for both of you. Going into the second half, it was pretty clear that a push from North Carolina was going to come, down 1-0. What was that halftime talk like as you went into the second half, knowing that the game was in your hands and that North Carolina had a style of play that they were going to try to bait you into?
So we're not the team that is focusing on we're in the lead. We just keep on going like it's 0-0. So we want to protect this and want to probably shoot another goal if we can. And we always say in halftime the game is not done, it's not over. It's a second half that we need to fight for, and that's what we shown on the pitch. And we knew North Carolina is really good in attacking, and we prepared for this. And as Vanessa mentioned, we're trying to defend everybody together on the pitch, and it worked out, and that's good for us.
And then we're going to go up to Vahe.
Hi, congratulations. This is for both of you. Obviously, there's so much excitement about the commitment the Longs have made and about the stadium, all those things. But I wonder if what comes with that is any sense of pressure or responsibility to live up to the opportunity, or is that not at all the case? I'm just curious about both those parts, the excitement and maybe responsibility.
I think as professional athletes, we always put pressure on ourselves, and I think at the beginning of the year, we wanted to do well. That was our goal, and at first, our goal was to make playoffs, and we're just taking it one game at a time. And obviously, the investment that our owners have put into this team has shown so much for us as players, and it carries out onto the field. The environment that the stadium gives us out on the field is unmatched, and the fans, they bring so much energy for us on the field that it's awesome to play in.
Same thought, or it's it?
It's the same. It's awesome to play out here, and you're just used to have pressure on you, and if you have pressure, that means that you're a good athlete, and this is what we all want to be. So we're looking forward for the next game to have pressure because it's a semi-final, and we want to win this.
All right. Any other questions? We're going to go to Greg and then to Kathleen.
Vanessa, a lot of soccer has been played on this pitch this week. How would you describe field conditions today?
Yeah, I think they did a really good job at getting the conditions what they needed to be. I think it was wet and raining, and the weather doesn't always help, but they did a good job at the conditions and keeping them good.
Okay, we're going to go up to Kathleen.
Vanessa, you talked a little bit about the environment here, but what specifically today? It was so loud, and even with kind of a cold, rainy start.
Yeah, I mean, the start of the game, the energy was unmatched. I think it was almost as loud as I've heard the stadium, and you could see that that energy brought so much energy for us on the field, and just a good, solid start in a playoff game is really what you need. And it's hard to explain what the energy from the fans gives us out on the field, but it's something that we love, and we love playing in our home field, and yeah.
Vlatko said it almost feels like the stadium's kind of closing in on you, or
yeah, that's the great thing about this stadium is it's so intimate, and you can really feel that energy and the loudness of the fans, and it really carries us out on the field. I don't know really how else to describe it.
All right, we're going to go to Mark right behind you.
Hi, this question's for the both of you. It's great to be back in Kansas City. There's a beautiful culture here, from athletics to the community. Just 3 points that I wrote down were investment, enjoyment, and engagement. Can you summarize that for both of you in a nutshell, just this experience and moving forward?
Yeah, that's the experience of the city, but also of the team, and this is why our stadium is full, because we try to show this in every time that we're on the pitch. It doesn't matter if it's in the game or in the training session, and if you have not enough effort in the training session, that's what the coaching team will put a mirror to us and say, like, this is not enough. If you're in the city, you need to work hard, and you need to take this as a baseline, and then we can go from that. And that's how we win our games, and how we get the crowd in the stadium and cheer for us. And so that's a match.
Love it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think just the culture of this city is just to put your head down and work hard, and that's kind of what we want to carry out on the field as well, and that's kind of just our MO of the year, and just kind of what we want to represent. So I think that is definitely what we're trying to kind of bring all together.
We're going to go to Chad, and he's going to close us out again.
For both of you. So the team has met Orlando twice. You'll meet them again next week on the road. What do you have to do differently to earn the victory so that the championship game's back here?
Yeah, I think we just have to stick together. I mean, these playoff games are going to be tight, and they're a great team, and they've shown that, and we're a great team too, and we've shown that. So it's going to be a good game. I think we haven't really gotten into the details yet. We just had this game, and this is what we were focusing on. So that will come this week, and but we're ready. We're ready for it, and we're ready for the battle.
Yeah. Same. That's what we're doing all season, focusing on one game, and I think we will start after a day off tomorrow on Monday to prepare for Orlando, and we don't know when we play, so let's see what the stuff around is figuring out, what the plan will be. But I think a lot of players saw the game yesterday of Orlando, so they are good in transition, of course, but we're good in transition too. So we have our strengths, they have their strengths, and hopefully we can be 1 or 2% up.
All right, well, that's it for us today. The team will travel to Orlando next week. The schedule will be announced tomorrow after the conclusion of both quarterfinal games that are being played tomorrow. So thanks very much, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.